Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. All right, it's Thursday evening. You see the title. Don't get nervous just yet. I have a source, okay? New Orleans truck driver radicalized over hatred for black women, okay? Media Takeout did a really good breakdown, okay? Don't laugh. Media Takeout comes through in the clutch sometimes with information, and it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me with regards to why this guy, I'm just going to call him Jabbar for purposes of the audio algorithms. I don't want to keep repeating his name. Jabbar did what he did down on Bourbon Street, okay, in his white truck that he rented, okay? He killed 4 black women out of the 14 people that have been killed, okay? Did he purposely wait to see black women going up that little area before he drove around the barriers, right around the police cruiser that had the lights going, and intentionally run them over? Now, again, the purpose for my title is because if you don't know, he was married to 2 black women. He himself, born in Texas, okay, so-called radicalized. I don't know if I buy that. He's went to the military, yes, but when you hear him speak, because I've seen videos of him talking, he just sounds like a regular U.S. citizen. He was 42 years of age, but he married 2 women, and he leaves behind, let me give you their names, a 41-year-old divorced. That was his first wife, Nakirdra, okay? His second wife, Shaneed, okay, 40 years of age. So he was having issues with both of them. The second wife was granted a temporary restraining order, and which forbid him to see one of his children, okay? The first wife as well. So there was issues there. Child support, upset, and he did what he did. Now, I don't want to make it a joke as to why that title is there, but let's explore this. Did he get turned out by some brown sugar? Some of you guys have to own up to your hatred. If you cannot, if you cannot work with a woman, everybody's not a red pill or an alpha male. No, some of you run, you become passport bros. I say that with all due respect. Did this guy get turned out? Again, born in Texas, so-called radicalized. What was he trying to do? To move overseas? His wives weren't going over there. So that's my main approach here this evening with regards to the New Orleans truck attack. They're saying terrorism, and I have no doubt that this was not an act of terrorism. This is clearly a vicious, sad reality that we now have to live with. He just mowed people down. I do want to ask, though, to some of you who know the New Orleans area, I've never been to Bourbon Street, never had any desire. The French Quarter, isn't that sovereign immunity? And how close is that to Bourbon Street? I don't know. I'm always thinking about the legal aspect. If someone, pardon me, the people who were killed on Bourbon Street, will their families be able to sue? I don't know New Orleans laws, but I do know that French Quarter might be a sovereign immunity area. Okay, just want to put that out there, all right? Phone lines are open right now if you are from the area, and let's approach this very, very seriously. Showrunner, the making of a Bad Boy documentary. Clearly, this is a group of people trying to finish him. Rightfully so. I don't know. I mean, everybody deserves their day in court, but Diddy has not been granted bail. He's losing weight. Supposedly he had a meltdown a couple of days ago because he could not, experience the holidays with his family, But now the documentary, I saw some of the footage, and wow, I saw some people in there who I've, met throughout my media journey, and they seem to be, I don't know, just excited to be there talking. excited to be there talking and somewhat, kicking his back in. I don't know who's behind the documentary, so I have to do research somewhat, sort of. I don't know if it's the same people or some of the people who were behind the R. Kelly documentary. And I'm not saying Diddy's innocent. I'm not saying that. But I just, just the timing of it all. The timing of the documentary. Have you seen it? What are your thoughts? I would love to hear from you this evening, okay? And this is not the 50 Cent documentary, right? Let me just double check. Deeds, are you out there? I just want to be sure. This is not, or is it the 50 Cent documentary? Oh, he's got a hard on for Diddy, all right? 702 Pow got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Are you calling in, sir? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you as well, sir. All right. 760, good evening. Talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 760. Happy New Year to you.
Hey, yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. The only thing that I want to say about this is that the police out there failed to protect the public.
That's what they're saying.
So
that's what they're saying.
Yeah, I mean that's just obvious. I mean, if the guy just drove right around the barricades, right past them, I mean, what was the point of them sitting there for? So they should be held liable initially. First thing. That's pretty much it. That's all I got.
Well, stay with me for a second, and I have to say, please watch the language. It's a late night show. Okay, so I've never been to the French Quarter or the Bourbon Street. Have you?
No, I haven't, but I heard what you said about it questionably being some kind of a sovereign area. But there's police there, so they got to be associated somehow.
I don't know. You see, it could be very, very tricky because people have been going to Bourbon Street for decades. So I would imagine that legally they would, be somewhat, up. They would be protected. Again, I'm not trying to give anybody a pass, but I saw them, as you just said, admitting to fault. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that all works with the area being sovereign or whatever, but there was some agency, some police agency, there were police out there. So I don't see how they would be able to not be, to be able to just avoid all this.
Right. Let me ask you a question. Now, I do have a source. I'm not just trying to be funny here. This guy's background, born in America and radicalized, clearly. I did not see any type of manifesto. I couldn't find anything, but there is a platform that's saying that he was motivated, by hatred for black women. Any thoughts to that? Seriously.
You said there on some platform he has some history for hatred for them?
MediaTakeout.com. They gave a breakdown. I mean, he's married to 2 black women, all sorts of troubles and issues with both of them, child support, violence, all sorts of domestic violence stuff. Maybe he was trying to convert them. I mean, they have names that show they were somewhat converted, but do you think that he took out his hatred on them? I don't know too many American black men that are in black militias. You follow me?
Yeah.
If you don't know, just say I don't know. If you don't know, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way to tell.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. Folks, I have a source. They did the work. Who am I to say, no, it's not true. Let's go to area code 214. Good evening. Please watch the language. We're having a discussion here with regards to a very serious matter in New Orleans. Are you there? 214?
Hey, what's happening? Good evening, Star.
How are you, man? What's cracking?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm actually in the Dallas area, but used to stay in New Orleans, went to LSU and all that. And it's unfortunate, and what's actually ironic, my cousins, they were a few blocks over from where all this nonsense happened. So what a lot of people got to understand is this is a very vital time because one, the Super Bowl is 5 weeks out, so this is going to really impact the money of New Orleans, the people of New Orleans. You know, a lot of the people don't understand, like near the French Quarter, it's a lot that goes on over there, whether it's, you know, prostitution, the projects right around the corner. So people just think everything is sweet when it's not. And so this is going to really impact a lot, not just tourism. It's going to really come down to the bottom dollar. And I think the main thing right now is just to watch, like, where you're at all times. Like, when it's up, it's up. And so it's unfortunate, but being from there, you know, it's like people that are from there never go over there. So that's my 2 cents.
Can I ask you about the French Quarter area with regards to Bourbon Street? How does that mix? And is the French Quarter under sovereign immunity? I'm just, you know, trying to do a little research as we talk about this.
You know, I can't even lie to you. I would have to get back to that later, but I know that's another day. But
okay.
You know, I know it's French law. It's French law, and so
right. Yeah, that's what I'm asking, because it's different from other states.
Yeah, no, it's French law.
Different from other states.
Yes, it's French law. So yes.
Yeah, and down there on Bourbon Street, I would only imagine, you know, over the decades, centuries, if you will, people have been shot, stabbed, fell out in the street, drunk, and laid there dead for 3 hours, and people just still partying, you know.
Walking over them.
I
walked over my first drunk at 9.
Yeah, so it can't be that easy to sue them. I'm just, you know, trying to put it all together here. But now, what do you think about a possible motive? Him being, you know, angry at his 2 wives, who I guess that they didn't fully submit. What do you think about that theory? Just a theory.
You know, the thing is, for me with that, I think the wives should have just went to the police at that point. But I mean, it's unfortunate that the result came out to be the result. But ultimately, when you see something, you got to say something. And even if your significant other is saying crazy stuff, you got to say something. And it's unfortunate.
Well, now, hang on a second, sir. The wives did go to the police. That's why his ass was paying child support. I got the notes here. He was paying a lot of child support. Well, I don't know if this is a lot or not, but $650 a month. Okay, that's for one of the wives. And the other wife did go get a temporary restraining order. So they did the right thing. They went to the police, as you just said. Did he just reach a breaking point?
Hey, hate kill more people than cancer. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Any thoughts on the new Diddy documentary coming up?
Man, Diddy, man, I'm so ready for them to throw away the key on him.
Wow.
I'm just
yeah,
like you know, you seen them Dave Chappelle episodes and him on top of the bodyguard. It's like, what's darkness come to light? Them chickens gonna eventually come home to roost. So I mean, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I mean, I was always a fan of him. I don't know if you ever remember.
Well, so I don't want to do the whole fan thing. This is a serious nature. You know.
No, absolutely.
All that Dave Chappelle stuff. I mean, you know, just the documentary. It's coming. It's, you know, I can only imagine, and I'm not saying he's innocent, man, but I can only imagine that it's going to have a similar effect to how R. Kelly, you know, went down. But if you don't, you know, if you're not interested, that's fine. I appreciate the call.
I agree.
Thank you.
Hey, absolutely. Be good.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year.
Why do sometimes, or does the conversation gravitate towards a movie, something that happened in a movie, or as he just pointed out, Dave Chappelle? This is a serious matter. I saw Al B. Shore sitting there in the trailer, damn near acting. Damn near, I'm not going to say it was. Always first class media got your donation. Yeah, condolences to the families and friends of the victims. Absolutely. Until I see a manifesto, something that really shows his ties to ISIS, you know, and all that sort of jazz. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we can talk about the Tesla blowing up in front of Trump's building. Are the Democrats behind this? Call in if you will. Guys, also, I do want to say tonight's show is sponsored by a book in my community section, The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching. I do want to take some time to talk about that shortly. If you purchase a copy, I'll give you $150 off of any promotion on this show here. Again, it's in my community section, The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching. It's an updated edition, and I want to talk how it may or may not be able to assist you if you're a songwriter, singer, or anything. Janet, are you calling in? Okay. Janet, you're free to call in. Yes, I know about the radicalized reason, but could it have been more? Let's see what we got here. Area code 201. Are you there? It's Thursday night. 201.
Yo, Star, what's going on, bro?
Hey, man.
Please
watch the language.
Oh, man,
please watch the language. That's all I have to say off the top.
Yeah, right? No problem, man. A long time, Star. I've been following you since public access. This is Sean from Jersey, 201.
Okay, how are you, man? Where do you want to start?
What's up, man? So all I want to say is, like, you have both the things that happened right before on New Year's. You had the explosion in New Orleans, the death in New Orleans, and then you had the same thing with the Cybertruck blowing up, right? Like, all these things, it's not happenstance. Like, it happens because it's been planned to happen. There's going to be a lot more of it in 2025. Like, these things are planned out. Like, what's the odds that both men are from the same military base, and that's just not happenstance. Like, things like this, like 9/11 and all that, like, these things are planned out because what do? They create a fear-based society. And, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist and all crazy and everything.
I don't mind I don't mind a conspiracy point of view, but I mean, rather than just saying, what does it all mean? I mean, what is your theory on what it means? Give me your theory.
My theory is, like, this is like, it's a coordinated effort. Like, this is part of a bigger plan. Like, you have your random people that do things like this and things that just do happen. But when it's a situation like this and things line up, like, like with 9/11, right? So they create a situation, like they create a problem, right? The public reacts, and then they give you the solution to the same problem they created. And then after that happens, they take away more of your rights. Like 9/11 happened, right? So what did they give us? They gave us the Patriot Act.
Right.
So that gave them the excuse to listen, to tap into your phones and everything like that. Like, it's been happening.
They can come and insert your home. I've been speaking about that for decades.
Exactly. Even with the false flags, with the guns, with the school shooters and everything like that. All of a sudden, what happens now? You have a school shooting, like, oh, we need to take away and ban all assault weapons. And a weapon's not an assault weapon unless you assault somebody. A butter knife can be an assault weapon. It's like, oh, we need to ban butter knives now. You know what I mean? It's like, they've been doing it for a long time, and people don't catch on. More and more people are starting to wake up to things like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just part of a bigger plan. Like I said, there's people that do things and there's random people, but then when you have a coordinated effort like this, there's a lot more money behind it. There's just more to it, in my opinion.
Stay with me for a second, because I hear what you're saying about people are starting to wake up. You see, I see it different. I think there was a time when people, quote unquote, woke up, and that was in the mid to late 60s. And I'll break that down a little bit later. But now people are so willing to be sheep. It doesn't matter if they wake up. What are they going to do? Are they going to stop buying iPhones? Are they going to stop giving their information? People are already willingly getting chips put in their bodies. They're willing. Yeah,
people have short.
Hang on a second.
Know about this.
They're willingly doing the voice activation because it's so convenient. Oh, I don't even have to log in with my password. I can just click one button on the phone. Most people are sheep. Would you not agree?
Absolutely, because people have a short attention span, so they'll know about this now, and then they'll watch a football game tomorrow, and then they'll lose focus, and then they'll forget all about it and go right back to their lives.
They won't care.
I mean, I know it sounds crazy. When you talk like this, people think you're crazy, Like, and that's how they get away with things like this for so long, because when you talk about this, people are like, what am I looking for?
You got to watch the language. I just said to you.
I forget. I curse a lot when I talk. I apologize.
Okay, well, then thank you for calling, man. Thank you. Yeah. Folks, please watch the language. It's too early. I need to monetize the show. 413, good evening. Please watch the language. I'm just saying it one time. Watch the language. 413.
Yo, Star, what's going on? Happy New Year, Panna.
Hey, Panna, how are you, man? Happy New Year. What's cracking?
Good, man. Good, man. Very unfortunate, the events that unfolded in Vegas and, New Orleans. But, I got a conspiracy theory about this whole thing. I strongly feel that after the events that occurred yesterday, with Trump coming into office in a few weeks, this gives, by all means, his right to give the police, local police force military rights, to go out there and really enforce the law and have certain rights that the military has. And with that being said, he's going to use that to swoop up these migrants to really get them up out of here. I mean, a lot of law enforcement, local law enforcement, does not have the right to or the legal right to do what the military is going to do. A lot of law enforcement have backed out in these sanctuary cities and said that they're not going to partake in any involvement.
We know.
With what happened yesterday, or my apologies, a few days ago in New Orleans and Las Vegas, he's going to say, well, you know what? I'm giving you guys do what you got to do. You guys have military rights. We got to get them up out of here. Yeah. So, I mean,
hang on a second, Panna. That's why I put on the table with regards to the sovereign, area, the French Quarter, sovereign immunity. What you're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, is more so qualified immunity for police nationwide. Qualified immunity.
Correct.
So, situations like this, could indeed bring on martial law, if you will, the National Guard. But why New Orleans? If this, let's say this, hypothetically speaking, this guy was a plant, of sorts. Why New Orleans?
I mean, that's the question. It could have easily happened in Miami, in Houston, any other city in the United States. But the fact that it happened in New Orleans, that's the question that we may not have the answer to. Yeah. But I'll tell you what's very sad is that the mayor and the governor in a press conference earlier today admitted, I mean, they didn't come out and say that they fumbled and they dropped the ball, but these barriers that were supposed to be up on the sidewalk that they're building, they admitted that it will be ready in time for the Super Bowl. And a lot of press and reporters were asking, why weren't they up now? Why weren't they up for the Super Bowl? Right. Why aren't they going to be up for the national championship on January 20th? Also, I mean, to me, I think this was more of a symbolic. It definitely was symbolic, but it definitely was
sacrifices.
A simulation
before
the
Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I think it was a simulation for something that's going to be a lot worse. Who knows when? But that's just my take. It's a lot of people are upset. I mean, I voted for 45, 47, but at the end of the day, him being in office has a lot of people ticked off.
I would have to agree with you. I have to agree with you on some of your points.
Look at the symbolism of what happened in Vegas. It was a Tesla truck in front of Trump Towers. Yeah. Elon Musk is basically Donald Trump's right-hand man right now,
I get tired of hearing his name, to be honest with you. He's a troll, I don't take him serious like that. I know he's wealthy, but I just, when he speaks, I'm like, yeah, okay. With regards to Las Vegas, didn't a guy shoot himself in the head inside that Tesla? Yeah. Isn't that how it exploded? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, he shot himself in the head, and then whatever he had in the front or the trunk in the back of it, all of those fireworks and gallons of gasoline just went up in flames. But I'll tell you what, that Tesla truck is solid. The windows might have burnt up in the interior, but the actual exterior of it, if you see the pictures, it's still there. And the windows of the Trump Tower were not affected at all. So, I mean, the Tesla truck is definitely a rider.
Let me ask you a question, Panna, before you go. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do we need the National Guard in some cities? And you take a guess. Just give me 2 cities if you think the National Guard is needed. when 4-7 gets in office.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. No, we need them in New York City. Bring them to New York City. If New York City is with what's going on in the subway train in Times Square, I mean, NYPD can't handle it, and they're one of the most top police forces in the world. They train other countries, but whatever's going on in New York City, it ain't jiving. You know what I mean? Like,
what's the other city? Please, I got to take other calls. What's the other city?
Los Angeles.
No. Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. You're right. Chirac. Let's go. Chirac. Yeah.
Pana, great to talk to you, man. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year.
Later.
Pana tapping in. Guys, also in my community section, there's a book, Border Barrier, a really good sci-fi book. I highly recommend this book, okay? It's available on Amazon, Kindle edition, okay? It's called Border Barrier. Grand Finale, that's his YouTube channel. He's got a premiere coming up soon, and I want to see when he has time to call in and tap in and promote his upcoming event. All right, guys, sit tight on the phones real quick. Hey, Charisse, I got your donation. Thank you so much. And I got an email here from my homie. Hang on a second. Making of a bad boy documentary. Okay, Ample Entertainment have produced many cable TV series with ties to the Discovery Channel. Okay. Oh, and they're connected to Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment. Okay. Blink Films, a London-based company. FGW Production, crew for films, Spike Lee and Kevin Hart. Okay. So this Diddy documentary will be pretty thorough, if you ask me. Let me thank this person for the information. That's a homie of mine. Okay. I got an email here from someone. Okay, thank you. Someone claiming to be Star. Thank you so much. And is it Kerry D? I got you donation. Okay. Alejandro, I did see a new video today. I'm a little bit confused. If anybody wants to call in and break this down, I don't want to just call people's names out, but I saw somebody else who supposedly is from the No Jumper camp beating the brakes off of somebody outside at some little cafe. If you want to call in, please do. All right. Let me go to area code. Oh, wait a minute. Are you calling it from New Orleans? Area code 504 Thursday evening.
Whoa. What's up with your stuff?
Hey, man, please watch the language. I have to say that earlier, right? Please.
I got you.
Okay. Where you calling from, sir? I see it, but I'm not sure. I don't want to assume anything.
Yeah, I'm calling from New Orleans.
Okay. Born and raised?
Yes, sir. Been there my whole life, 35 years. Man.
Okay. What can you tell us? I've never been to Bourbon Street, but clearly a sad reality. 14 people dead. Yes. Others injured.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I know you had a question about his Bourbon. Is that like French Quarter Canal and stuff?
Right.
Yeah, everything right there connected. It Bourbon is like the middle of Canal Street.
Okay.
Right there in the middle.
Okay. Any knowledge whether that sovereign immunity on that strip, if somebody gets shot, dies, anything like that?
Yeah, I heard someone say on the news down here that the family may be able to sue, for reckless endangerment.
Okay.
So that's all in play right now. I know the governor, everybody was down here, they're trying to make it look like the city's safe and everything. They got the military, everything, and I Uber drive. So, I'm a Uber driver.
Man. Okay.
So I'm round the way now, and it's just police everywhere on every corner, the army, everything down here.
Did this guy Jabbar have a real mission? What do you think? I mean, radicalized, or did he just have hatred for his two wives? I mean, I've got some information here that would lead to believe he just reached a boiling point. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my first time hearing that when you said that about it could be hatred towards, women or whatever, the black women. So that's my first time hearing that. I'm going to have to look into that because I did hear that he was divorced, But I ain't know, about the boiling point with that. And they found the ISIS flag at the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it was like ISIS had something to do with it or whatever, but they had an ISIS flag at the scene, and they was just like he had set up some bombs. They found like coolers of bombs like
IEDs.
around the area.
Yeah, IEDs. Yep.
Yeah, IEDs. Yeah, they found them around the area and everything after everything happened, and they found one also inside his truck. I don't know if they were supposed to go off or whatever. If he ain't make them right, but they did find them after the scene. So they still looking into everything right now. But Bourbon Street back open now. It's back open.
Are you serious?
It's back open, man. Yeah, man. They gotta make.
I don't mean to laugh, but now hold on. I don't mean to laugh, but 14 people or 15 people dead. Hold on a second. Deeds, can you confirm, or sir, is it 14 or 15?
I think it's 15.
Damn.
Yep. Right back open. Yep.
Oh my.
They were about.
You're right.
They were about money, man.
Hold on a second, sir. You're right. A 15th victim died in a hospital. Good God Almighty.
Yep. They care about money down here, man. That's it. In Bourbon Street, like the first quarter area, that's what bring money to the whole Louisiana. Like they split that money out with everybody. So it's a money thing, man. They just had the football game or whatever. So all the fans, everybody down there right now, like people is outside. Even though that happened yesterday, like the governor, he was out eating dinner yesterday, like the city is safe, after all these people died, like so insensitive. So man, they just run about getting that money. That's it.
So let me ask you this: with regards to the admission of fault by the, I think that was the police chief. Let me just say the older white lady. I don't have her name in front of me.
Superintendent.
Yeah. I mean,
superintendent. Yeah.
What is she? Damn near 80. I mean, I looked at her and I said, "What the?"
Yeah, man. I don't know what that lady not even from down here. They got her up in there like a year ago, and like nobody in the city like her. She just got in office or whatever. Man, we hate that lady down here, man.
Damn.
She don't know. She's so brain deaf. So don't know what goes on in the city, and now she all on TV. Everybody's saying or not. So everybody's saying what we've been saying for the last year.
Yeah, I'm looking at WDSU. I'm not sure if that's your area, but it happened.
Yeah, that's Channel 6 down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happened at 3:15 a.m. Okay, and everybody saw the video with him driving around the police SUV. Just drove right around it, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man. Everybody sends condolences and well wishes to the families involved, but the Super Bowl, I would imagine they're going to have really, really tight security for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like they starting to set up stuff now. You know how the dude was able to drive on the side?
Yeah.
They put barriers like right now. They have barriers right there now. Like they so like they're not proactive down here. They wait till stuff happen to put a barrier right there. The man just drove right around on the sidewalk. You could drive your car on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So now they got them barriers. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have the whole military down here come Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure they can't lose the Super Bowl, so I don't think they ever reschedule a Super Bowl. So
here's my last question. Now he's from Texas. Was he living in New Orleans, or did he drive from Texas?
He left. He left on December 30th and made it to New Orleans that morning. And that's when he started, I guess, making bombs. But he rented the car off Toro and drove he rented the truck off the app Toro and drove it to New Orleans.
Damn.
And done everything that day.
So New Orleans was his destination. That was his destination.
Yep. Yeah, that was his destination. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much for tapping in and helping us out with this.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
No problem. Okay. You have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay. Area code 440. Good evening. Are you there? Late night, please.
Yes. Hello.
Watch the language, please. How are you?
Good evening, Star. This is Boris.
Boris, how are you, man? What's cracking?
How's it going? Well, to get straight to the topic, I'd like to address the title.
Please.
When I read the title, the first two names that pop into my mind are John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd. What was his name? Lee Boyd Malvo.
The DC sniper.
If you remember,
DC sniper. Yeah.
Correct. And their history is very similar to one another.
Mm-hmm.
John Allen Muhammad was very bitter and scorned by the divorce of his with his wife,
right.
And he found Lee Boyd and he made him his apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
He radicalized him. He had hatred for women because they made him lose custody or something like that,
right.
And also financial hardships
mm-hmm.
followed through.
Yeah.
So he was faking passports and things like that. And this guy, Shamsud, he was also in a very bad financial situation.
Yeah.
He was about to have his house foreclosed.
Okay.
He even tried to communicate with his wife that, hey, can you do something about child support?
Right.
It is very difficult for me. Now, also, Star, I want to say some things that some people might not agree with, but this is my opinion.
Come on.
I believe that people that typically join the army, they're people with some of them might be doing it for patriotic reasons, but a lot of them have limited options.
Right.
I have a lot of friends that served in the military, and a lot of them, when they go, they become traumatized and radicalized,
right.
one way or another.
Right.
Tim McVeigh, the Oklahoma bomber, he went because for patriotic reasons. He wanted to be a Green Beret, the position that the person that killed himself in Las Vegas was. He wanted to be a Green Beret. Once he saw, I remember watching a documentary about him. Once he saw an Iraqi person getting his head blown up like a watermelon,
mm-hmm.
that's how he described it. Something in him radicalized him. Something in him told him, why am I doing here in this heat, in the desert, slaving my life away, killing supposedly innocent people, according to him. So in his logic, he decided to combat the U.S. government by blowing up a U.S. building.
Right. If I can jump in for a second, Boris, for those who don't know, you're talking about the Oklahoma bomber, right? And yeah, I mean, he stood on it till the very end. What was that he read in Leviticus? That was his final statement. Do you know that? He read that old.
Yeah, he read the book. He read some book that was very white supremacist, something like that. He was very paranoid about the end of time. He started to stock up weapons in his house. He started to pile up food because he was very much into the Armageddon.
If I'm not mistaken, going to come. If I'm not mistaken, it was in Leviticus, and it said, "My head is bloody but unbowed." He took it all the way. Timothy McVeigh. Go ahead.
So also these people, because many of them have hardships financially, they resort to drugs and alcohol to ease the pain. Tim McVeigh was on hallucinogens. What's his name? This person was also, he wanted to kill his family, this Shamsud guy. He wanted to make a gathering, have his family there, and then do a 180, like a gotcha 180 to say, now I'm going to kill you all. But then he saw what happened in Germany in the Christmas market last month in December. So he was inspired. That's what officials say. He was inspired to cause mass carnage and kill more people in the name of ISIS, which he pledged allegiance to, supposedly, shortly before the summer. So I think that there's a very big issue here with mental health.
What do you think about the again, it's just a theory that he hatred. I'm going to change that title to ex-wives. What do you think about the theory that it more so centered around his ex-wives as opposed to going to join ISIS? That is such a stretch, if you will, for black men born and raised in America, spoiled, if you will, to then go over there and become a soldier. I mean, is that reality? In your opinion?
It could be. I think it could be because Star. They say that hard times will make a person lose his mind.
Yeah.
When you are struggling, when you do not know how to pay bills, you have this undying hatred, and you do not know where to channel it. So when you go to a place that is popping, like the French Quarter, you see people enjoying and looking forward to the new year, and you are broke, you are divorced. You are 42 years old. You still haven't found yourself. You tell yourself, if I do not live the life that I want, nobody lives the life that they want. You understand?
Yeah.
Because, desperate time call for desperate measures. You know what I'm saying? Also, I know this hasn't been officialized, but it could be a coincidence. It could be not. Him and the Las Vegas person both served in Fort Bragg.
Yes.
Him and the Las Vegas person both served in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And so their attack was very symbolic. They did it in the new year, just before Trump was going to take office. So is it a coordinated attack? Who knows? And also, they both rented cars from the same renting company called Turo.
Yeah.
Could
have been coordinated. Could have been coordinated. Yeah. Hey, before you go, Boris, do you remember this guy? I don't know how old you are. Richard Reed. Back in I don't mean to laugh. Back in was it 2001? Okay. He tried to blow up a plane, American Airlines. He had these homemade bombs hidden in his shoes. Is that before your time or what?
Yeah, I do not think I heard of him. The story sounds familiar, but okay, you can tell me, you can educate me.
No, he was on the plane. Let me see. The plane. Okay, he was. I don't mean to laugh.
Richard.
He was
the bomber. That's what he.
Yeah. He was perspiring so much. Black guy, and he kept trying to light the bomb with his lighter. And they said, "What are you doing?" They tackled him. he never completed the mission, But
oh my God.
Yeah, I just want to point that. Anyway, hey man, I appreciate you calling in. Any thoughts on Diddy? Did you see the trailer? Diddy, the new documentary.
I did not see it, but I believe his days are numbered, Star. He will not make it to see 2025 as a free man. I think that the moment you have 50 Cent making a documentary and an additional one in Peacock, like you said, his days as a free man, he's had his one hell of a run. But now it's time for the powers that be to collect.
Yeah. Boris, good to talk to you, man.
Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Take care, man. I was looking for somebody else to tap in. Let me go to area code 973. Hey, good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Please watch the language. Are you there? 973.
What's up? Yeah, what's up, Star?
Hey, how are you?
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, so your homie kind of summed it up. What I was gonna say on the topic. I do think it's pretty. I do think it's pretty crazy that. Yeah, they both went to Fort Bragg. Kind of makes me ponder, like, if there's like a element within Fort Bragg that may be radicalizing them, or if this is just a problem that we're gonna have to deal with more and more. Especially with like men nowadays, and like the society and the way it's like sculpted out. I think you have to worry about a lot of like. Especially young men being radicalized.
So you're giving black women a pass on this one.
No. I mean, if the reason, I mean that kind of plays into what I'm saying. I think that kind of plays into what I'm saying. I don't think they should get a pass. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put the microscope on them and what's going on. Especially with our culture. Yeah.
If it's more military, then maybe it's not, the ex-wives. I'm being serious, man. I mean, a lot of these guys out here claim to be alpha men, and they get, just bulldozed and ran over by their wives. And they, I love my kids. I got to see my kids. I can't say I personally know that world, but I've seen guys lose it over their kids. If they can't see the kids, they crash out. I've seen guys literally do that. Go ahead.
Do you think like based on like your life and like what you've seen, how others like, maybe took that like family, wife, kids route? Are you like secure in your decision, like how you like chose to live your life? Like, is it like a real?
Yes.
I'm like, yeah.
So yes.
Okay.
Listen, I've said this. Hang on. I've said this over the decades. I'm chicken shit. I'm chicken shit. I don't want to turn into a guy who's in the supermarket with the cart, calling my wife, or she's calling me, telling me what to get, what not to get, or one of these guys who, your wife picks out what you should and you shouldn't wear. Yeah, I'm chicken shit. That ain't the life of me, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of had like that crossroads, and I kind of realized that too. Like, when you see others and just the way it's that kind of lifestyle is being kind of manufactured and promoted, and when you realize like the truth about like what's really going on, you realize it's like it's not conducive to like happiness for real or anything like successful.
No. Well, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. You're not incel, are you? You like girls? You communicate?
No. I'm not incel. No.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
So now, with regards to women, can you communicate with them? Do you like to talk to them? I do.
No, I think women are awesome. Yeah, women are awesome. Like you have to really be like really far gone if you can't appreciate like what they do bring. To us, like there's an energy, there's a decompression that they bring.
Yeah.
So to for lack of better words, that
I'll be honest, I like wicked women. I like women who are always up to something, always hustling, always looking to get it.
They always got a story.
Yeah, well, I mean, more so in terms of financial gain. I like women who are ruthless in a sense. But go ahead. I'm here. You are. Go ahead.
No, I respect that. No, yeah, they come in all different shades. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pleasure. But I appreciate everything you do, and I plan on definitely advertising with you this coming year.
Right.
Getting some banners. I shoot music videos.
Okay.
In New York, and got some pretty big clients, and I think it would be dope just to get some advertising on there. But no, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
Keep up the good work. From you.
Salute. Salute. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.
Yeah, I'm checking shit. I got no problem saying that. Let me go to area code 504. Good evening. Are you there? 504. We're talking about the tragedy in New Orleans. Good evening.
Yeah, what's up, Star?
Hey, man. How are you, sir?
Man, this is crazy way to start 2025.
Okay. I have to say, please watch the language and try not to giggle. I want to have a conversation, all right? Please.
I got you.
What do you want to
say?
Yeah,
I mean, this took us by surprise, because we never thought down here in New Orleans there'd be a terrorist attack. We think anywhere would be like, New York or LA or stuff like that.
You're in New Orleans?
Yeah, 504, yeah.
Okay. Bourbon Street is back open? Somebody called in a little while ago and said it's back to business.
Yeah. They Master P and Mayor Cottrell and them, they had a prayer. They did a second line down the corridor, said a couple of words for the deceased that got killed, and then they opened it back up because heard the politicians. They wanted it open before 3 p.m. Kickoff of the Sugar Bowl, because they already pushed the Sugar Bowl 24 hours. It was supposed to be yesterday. So they trying to get it back open for the tourists, so before they could do all that before the game in the Superdome.
Damn.
Yeah, and then on top of that,
they're still moving bodies around, and it's back to business. Wow. So now, what about I should know the superintendent's name. What's her story? New Orleans
superintendent. Talk about Miss Ann Kirkpatrick.
Spell her name. Patrick.
Yeah, it's I think it's ANNE, and then it's Kirkpatrick. Don't ask me how to spell Kirkpatrick.
Okay.
But that's our New Orleans superintendent, chief of police. So she been dealing with that. But then we also finding new information, as they keep getting new info, every minute. Find out we actually had sidewalk barriers that they could have had deployed but to find out they were sitting in the storage.
Okay.
So, because the way the guy got on Bourbon, which everybody already know, is he went around the squad car, he hopped up on the curb, and pretty much real quick. So when we found out that they actually had yellow sidewalk barriers for that, us down here in New Orleans, like that, the citizens are like, okay, why they sitting in the storage? Why y'all didn't have them out on the sidewalk?
Right.
And you know it's New Year's.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, it's homeboy's fault because he didn't know how to handle his business and all of that, you heard me? But at the same time, it could have been planned better, and we could have had way less casualties if we had everything that we, paid for with our tax money in place. That's how we feeling about the situation. Yeah, it's a mess up situation, but we think it could have came out a little bit better now knowing what we had in our arsenal.
Stay with me for a second now. Okay. Now I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but since Hurricane Katrina, you were there in 2005?
Born and raised.
Okay. So you had that whole situation with the levees. Maybe they were falling apart, or maybe somebody, blew them up. Blew them up. Right. So some of that land down there became prime real estate. Didn't they push a whole lot of people out of some of those areas and regain some of that land?
Yeah, I mean, if now in a certain way you can say we went through, like everywhere else, we went through gentrification. So a lot of, people from different areas and different parts of the country and the world came down and started buying up properties, building luxury condos, stuff like that, and then, prices of houses and all that has went up because they came in, pretty much rebuilt everything, rezoned everything, jacked the prices up, the property taxes, all that up. So a lot of the original people that been there like pushed 60, out. 70, they almost 100 some years,
they got pushed
out. Yeah. Because they couldn't afford it's like this. They own their house, but they couldn't afford the property tax.
Right.
The property tax was too high.
Now, hang on a second. The reason why I went back that far is because, again, I don't know your laws down there. I don't know anything about real estate down there other than, Hurricane Katrina and that whole thing, the aftermath. So now, is there anything down there that land developers would want? Is there anything in that area or that would be of interest to
anything of interest?
Corporations.
Currently, they're trying to build a new district called the River District.
Okay.
They're trying to put like a Top Golf and some other little stuff around and stuff. So that's like maybe 10 minutes from about 10 minutes from where the attack actually took place at.
Okay.
So they got a lot of people got their hands in that type of deal, trying to get that going, trying to build a Top Golf and rebuild luxury condos and all that around there.
Yeah.
Around the convention center and stuff, which like I said, is like about 5 minutes away from where it happened at, the attack and stuff happened at. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, this is another day through all this, bro. Like,
well, listen, man. But back in the days, they used to say "stay woke," but now that's a bad term. But yeah, man, keep your eye on things because I know that they sat Ray Nagin down, sent him to the penitentiary, right? After the Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, right. He was having shady deals, backroom deals and stuff with
regular shit. But now you gotta stay woke down there because it could be some type of play, man, for the big corporations to come in, buy up stuff, man. But I appreciate it.
Yeah,
man.
we still got a Super Bowl we got to put on.
Okay.
So I mean, it's like the second. Going into the second day of going into this new year. And, we are already dealing with a terrorist attack.
Well, that's the reason why I'm saying this, because to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, New Orleans has hosted the most Super Bowls. Troll babies, can anybody in the live chat confirm and or deny? Do you know that, sir? Do you know that information?
That I want to say I want to say that's true.
Stay woke. Stay woke. There's something down there that is wanted.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Okay.
I mean, every day you gotta be woke in New Orleans. So I mean, at the end of the day, we got to put on the Super Bowl. Hopefully, the Super Bowl go better than the Sugar Bowl, but we're going to see what happens and everything. All I got to say is just keep us in y'all prayers, bro.
Thank you, man.
And wait.
Salute. Thank you.
You know what it is.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. There you go. 314. You're saying I'm on hold. I don't know your number.
I apologize, sir. I apologize.
What's going on, man? How are you? Where do you want to start? And please watch the language, please. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I sent you the message, the email. You already covered it about the two terrorist guys. They served in the same military base, rented the car from the same company. I mean, unfortunately, this is nothing really new under the sun. There, I mean, with the same playbook, if it ain't broke, don't break it. Mm-hmm. This is what they've been doing for a long time. As far as I talked to you not too long ago, it was the Billy Carson stuff, but right. it relates to this problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem, then they bring in a solution that they created. Right. And it's an old Latin term. It's called ordo ab chaos. They want to bring order to the chaos they created. And, Trump's not even in office yet. And, similar to 9/11 and similar to these other things, it winds up creating a certain restrictions to our freedoms to some degree. I'm not sure overall what the long game is, but I mean, you said this a minute ago, you're not a conspiracy theorist. And as I mentioned to you before, I'm a critical thinker. I don't like labels, but I've been doing a show with UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich for about 10 years. He was on Joe Rogan not too long. We've been going down this rabbit hole forever. And they've been, when I say they, the powers that be, certain intelligence agencies, they go into these mosques, they go into these certain areas to find these useful idiots. People can say MK Ultra, Manchurian candidates. They find these individuals that they can wind up to do this stuff. Yeah. This guy in New Orleans, like every other time, they were known to the police. They were known by the FBI. I mean, and that's almost every one of these kind of, whatever you want to call them, a false flag or whatever, they're oftentimes known by the police, which is known by not just police, but the FBI. And they, again, wind up becoming these useful idiots, to be used as a destabilizing force, similar to Al-Qaeda. People don't know Al-Qaeda, the real translation is the base or the database, whether it's Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, you name the name, it doesn't even matter, but they're used to the same end of going around destabilizing certain regions, whether it's the U.S. or Libya or Syria right now. I mean, again, they're reading from the same playbook, and if it ain't broke, don't break it, because it continues to work. People are still talking about, they hate us because we're free, et cetera, et cetera. It's just not accurate, man.
Let me jump in right here. With regards to conspiracy theories, I mean, I can respect people who do it because a lot of times, information is, uncovered that a lot of people wouldn't consider. But at the same time, YouTube has cracked down on conspiracy theory topics and shows. Have you ever had any trouble with monetization because of the...
man, when we first started in 2015, 2016, they let us know we were not monetized. I get hit almost every other week about shows we did years ago. And I don't even really mess with YouTube so much. I use
Bingo.
Yeah. Well, and someone also just mentioned, again, reading from the same playbook, they found this dude's passport in his incinerated car. Right. It's the same thing with 9/11. They found one of the hijackers' passport on the ground in New York City after this plane, the fire took down buildings, but they found a pristine passport, though.
But now, hold on a second. So now, okay, if this is what excites you, and I'll let you promote your platform again before you go, that's cool. But do you think that the masses really latch on and care, or are they just,
no,
students?
No.
Hang on. Or are they just students of perpetual doubt, and they never really do the research?
I heard a line from a movie. What the American people don't know is what makes them the American people. We've been rocked to sleep for so long, and it's a very large conversation. I ask, how long are we going to allow ourselves to be lied to? It's a certain measure of mass Stockholm syndrome. We've been told BS over and over and over again, but this time somehow they're telling us the truth. And literally within 24 hours, these attacks happen with all these ties that bind, same military base, same rental company. Come on, who rents a car to do a job like this? I mean, it's there to create this kind of. I'm not sure why it's happening, but it's most people see through it. Most people don't, like you said. Most people, don't care because, their beer's still cold, their phone still works, their Netflix is still streaming. They really don't care.
Bingo.
We're very passive.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Most Americans, I forget what the, you may know better than me, what the percentage of people, I remember years ago, if you walk around the streets with a microphone and you ask people, when did 9/11 happen? They get it wrong, right?
Right.
they wouldn't put it together. They wouldn't put it together. 9 September 11, the 11th. They wouldn't know. Do you think that our beautiful military that protects us, that kills in the name of freedom, whether you like to hear that or not, do you think that they allow us to be the spoiled Americans that we are? A lot of this stuff, foreign affairs, people don't need to know. We live in this great country. Do you think that we're just spoiled and we need to own up to that?
We're definitely spoiled. We definitely need to get our heads out of our proverbial rectums. But the dumbing down of society is a part, I think, the program or the psyop, if you will. We're a society that tramples people for widescreen TVs on Black Sunday or Black Friday or whatever it is. Like our priorities are absolutely out of whack.
I agree.
We're willing to fight people outside of a football stadium and beat somebody to death because they're rocking the wrong jersey. Like, again, this is a part of the dumbing down of society. And, we keep up the Kardashians way more when we keep up with, congressional record. You know what I mean? And that's by design, in my humble opinion.
I want you to promote your platform again. And I like the direction where you're going with regards to society, the dumbing down. But at the same time, I strongly believe that many Americans willingly swallow and drink and digest the Kool-Aid.
Absolutely.
Social media, all of this nonsense. I even get emails sometimes. Mr. Train, you didn't access the app yet. That makes it so much more easier. Well, I don't want your fucking app. I don't mind going on the computer, old school, tapping in the password. I'll go through the goddamn what is it? The two verifications. You're gonna send me a code, yada yada yada. I'm against, but then again, I'm older. But
I'm with you.
The newer generation, they are born into the matrix. So to them, it's normal now. But go ahead and land your plane.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. These kids are born digital, and they're so detached from quote unquote reality. I mean, I think The Matrix wasn't just a movie; it's kind of a documentary about this false reality that's placed on our reality. Yeah. And I think, going to what you're saying about kind of our multiple generations, quite frankly, it's more, in a convenient lie is way more palatable than an inconvenient truth. And most people would rather just keep their head in the sand because, honestly, especially the older you get, whoa, they lied to me about this. They lied to me about this. Wow, what else have they lied to me about? And then it belies the larger question once you start realizing the depths of the lies, what am I going to do about it? And unfortunately, that is a very stark reality because it's a big donut. Nobody does anything because, like I said, we are way too comfortable to really do anything about it. If we really cared, we'd throw our phones away because the phones have cobalt in them that's being mined by human slavery, most notably child slavery in Eastern Congo. We won't do that. In this society of never again, we don't really care.
Americans
we'll virtue single all day about all this other crap, but we don't really care. We don't have the courage of our conviction.
They will never, ever throw their phones away. Hey, man, did Wesley Huff go on Rogan yet? You and I were emailing back and forth about that.
Absolutely. No, he hasn't yet. He wrote, Joe posted like 2 or 3 other episodes. Yeah. I've been refreshing almost every afternoon. Like I said, I'm friends with his best friend, Eddie Bravo, and he said it's coming any day now because everybody's asking for it. So
keep me posted. You post it. But hang on. So now, of course, Billy Carson knows that Wes Huff went on Rogan. He's got to be doing some type of what is he? I don't want to say damage control, but what is he doing now?
I mean, he definitely is in a certain. He already was in damage control, and his PR team is working overtime. And now with him about to go on Rogan, especially after Billy just went on Rogan.
Oh my God!
It's going to. I mean, the dragging unfortunately is about to continue. Yeah. I see him having his wife out there speaking for him a little bit more. I mean, I don't know how he cleans this up.
Right.
But again, like I said to you, man, Billy has brought up a lot of it, like the Enuma Elish, the Sumerian Kings list, the Library of Ashurbanipal. This is real stuff. Yeah. But again, it winds up getting thrown out because he utilized, like you said, fraudulent materials to try to make his point.
Yeah. Hey, man, keep me posted. I appreciate it. And the name of your platform again is what?
Yeah, you can check out. It's called That Podcast Network. You can find it on all the platforms. You got my show. You got several shows on there. You got a former NFL wide receiver. I'm doing a 6-part series with the creator of the docu-series Tupac Cover-Up, R.J. Bond. So anyway, we get into a whole bunch of stuff, but it's that podcast network. You can find it on almost every platform. My personal show is The Conspiracy Farm, and it's me speaking to you.
Nice. Good talking to you.
Thank you, Star.
Yes, sir. Take care. Bye. All right. I still think the New Orleans terrorist truck driver was motivated by his ex-wives. I changed the title, but you guys can go to Media Takeout. They gave a nice breakdown. He probably just got a hold of 2 nice pieces of brown sugar. Had no game. Didn't know how to, juggle, families and children. And he snapped. Nigga snap. Fucking, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill everybody. Guys, sit tight on the phones. I see you. Let me make sure I'm not missing any Cash App donations. Thank you for your patience. Hey, Vera, thank you for tapping in. Okay. Are you calling in? Is it Foxy Moon Premieres? Thank you for your donation. Hey, Star, I wanted to add a bit about the NOLA guy. Call in, darling. What area code? My number's on the screen. Somebody's tapping in from are you calling from New Orleans? Area code 504. Yes, no, maybe. Good evening. 504. If you are, please watch the language. Are you there? 504.
Star, is this me?
Yes, 504. Good evening.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? Where are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from New Orleans.
Okay.
And been watching you for quite a while, and very much enjoyed the show. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Please educate us on what's going on down there. I can only speculate. I've never been to New Orleans. Everyone has my condolences down there. This is a tragedy, not a laughing matter. What can you tell us?
Yeah, so to be frank with you, I live about 15, 20 minutes outside the city.
Okay.
Obviously grew up here, born here. The French Quarter is a jewel of the city, if you will.
Okay.
I've got a lot of friends that work down there, a lot of 5-star entrepreneur restaurateurs, a lot of mega business people connected with the French Quarter. I think we can all see 24 hours later that there were mistakes made. And I've been watching you on, you are amazing. I just discovered you about 3 or 4 months ago on YouTube, and on entirely different subject matters, if you will, all the stuff going on. So I hope you don't mind a white male calling in, appreciating your talent and show.
It's cool, sir. I've always had a very diverse audience. You're welcome to call in and chime in. It says on the screen, objective perspective. So
yeah, it's great.
So let's go back for a second, because they're saying terrorism. Clearly, it appears to be that. All sorts of explosives were found. I don't know for certain. Do you have any thoughts, or what's the down there? What other precautions are being taken, if you will, with regards to upcoming events?
I think as I just came in from an establishment about 20 minutes ago, I think that the feds instantly rained down on the city, if you will, in the Superdome, because we have the Super Bowl coming in, and they are going to make sure that there's not a crack in the cement, in that area. And I don't think that game would have happened this afternoon, the Sugar Bowl, had they not been able to ensure that the safety of those people and the mega institutions and the networks that were involved. So I just think it's a little bit after the fact. I think there was some cracks, and I think a motivated terrorist exposed that crack.
Okay.
And I think that we have still somewhat to learn as it relates to the connections of, was there any between this gentleman that went from Houston to New Orleans and this guy in Las Vegas that blew up the Tesla in front of the Trump place in Las Vegas? I mean, they rented cars from the same place. I mean, how far does it go?
If I can jump in, and forgive me for, not just fully buying into the terrorist thing. Forgive me, but I remember the Essence Festival in New Orleans and the pushback from locals. They were not able to set up vending. I don't know, something about vending and Coca-Cola, and locals who should be able to sell things. They were told no. So it just seems like there's some type of concentrated effort, if you will. Again, forgive me if I'm way off. There's something down there that the corporations want. Is it the land? Is it, terrorism? Yes, it seems coordinated. The guy in Vegas and New Orleans. But what is going on down there to the point where something like this could happen and cause chaos and fallout by way of big business?
I mean, I just think that it's New Year's Eve. Historically, New Orleans is on the national networks on New Year's Eve with Nashville, New York City, major cities, and celebrating the turn of the year. You have a somewhat.
But hang on, I don't mean to cut you off. But you said you're from there. You know the place,
right?
Okay. Did you hear? I think it was last year, or maybe it was the year before. The Essence Fest. They were locals. A lot of people, black people, were complaining because they could not. Did you hear about this or no? They couldn't.
No,
no?
They couldn't what?
They couldn't set up vending tables outside of their goddamn stores, or they couldn't, give discounts to people coming to the Essence Fest. You've never heard about this?
I think maybe I heard something about permit issues as it relates to street vendors.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had to get permission. I think it was. I don't know, but I'm sorry.
What you may be referring to was a historic. I mean, when I tell you historic, like this thing goes back like 50 plus years. That had to go. It goes back into the Constitution, if you will, if there is one, in the city that had to be adjusted by the council. So that's something that was, legally had to be adjusted, and I think they did actually adjust it after the fact.
Okay. Well, hey man, I appreciate you tapping in. I got other callers back. You have something else you want to land your plane
and
with?
Listen, I'm absolutely going to send a donation.
Okay.
And I appreciate everything you're doing, and thank you for talking about the subject tonight.
Salute. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Okay, bye. TSPOV, simple and true, sends it a donation. It's nothing but rude Arabs, or to be respectful East Indian, to not exclude anyone. Okay. They black every local all the time since Katrina. No, they block every local all the time. So, okay, thank you. T, are you calling in? If not, I appreciate your donations just the same. Okay, I think Foxy Moon is on the line. Where are you? Let's get some information going on here. Hey, is that you, Foxy Moon? Area code 929, Thursday evening. Foxy.
Well, good evening. Salute, star.
Hey, good to hear from you. Please watch the language. I have to say that, all right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you from New Orleans?
So,
from New Orleans?
Oh, no, sir. I'm from the Bronx.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
But I've been watching about this, the terrorists. And I kind of was looking through Instagram, like the wee hours of New Year's Day. And that's when this started to break out. So what I wrote down was that, you're very clever, very smart, very intellectual. You hit the nail on the head in regards to the real estate, because he was a failed real estate broker or agent.
Okay.
And he had a YouTube channel, which has now been taken down. Okay. advertising and talking about, his business and how, he just recently got his real estate license, I think in 2021.
Okay.
Or yeah. So that was making me question, why would he go down to this particular area? Like, what was down there other than me thinking there was any military things that would bring him over there? And when I heard you, I just chimed into the live, I'm like, well, Star is onto something, because the real estate would make sense. He was a real estate agent. And his family, the only reason why he didn't want to do anything to his family was because he said that he wouldn't get enough coverage, press coverage, if he took his family out.
Okay.
But if he took others, it would send a message that he was in some kind of involvement.
So was he a failed real estate agent?
I don't know if he was completely a failed real estate agent, but he definitely was having a lot of financial problems. The FBI has put out already like his records in regards to his finances, and with both wives, and especially the last ex-wife, showing through courts with the divorce that his finances are completely like through the roof. He was living in like a little trailer park, with on a compound. So he really was in bad shape financially.
Well, listen, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm as serious as colon cancer. Did he get turned out by two black women who had that good loving fire coochie, and he just snapped? I mean, a lot of these guys be claiming red pill, alpha male, yada yada yada, but they get broken in half. I mean, He had child support to pay, temporary restraining orders. I mean, was it really, him trying to join ISIS and run, overseas, or did the nigga just get turned out?
I'm gonna leave that with you on that part, but I honestly, I don't. He might have been, not getting enough pension or vet pay, so. He couldn't handle it. Apparently, he had goats in the backyard. So I don't know.
Well, listen, I'm serious. I mean, I may be laughing about this.
Yeah,
but
no, I mean,
he may have messed around, and one of his wives got a piece of his pension. He's a military guy. I know guys who have lost it all. And again, I don't know if that's necessarily the truth, but
right.
We have
and then just to
people
say,
dead. It's a very, very serious tragedy. But go ahead. You were saying, go ahead.
Oh no, it's devastating, and the youngest so far is an 18-year-old that just graduated high school.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a very sad situation. Okay. And the Las Vegas thing, as far as it being any connection, what some 2 callers prior, or maybe 3 calls in, had mentioned about the DNA, that this man was like basically melted into the car, yet they were able to find the gun that took him out, because allegedly or apparently he took himself out first and then detonated the car. And so they're saying, well, we don't have dental records, we don't have DNA records yet, but yeah, sure, we have his ID that showed up, we have his passport that showed up, and everything else is burned to a crisp. So it's just weird and bizarre that they would have this information, but you can't really totally identify him just yet because you don't have the DNA or dental records.
Let's put a conspiracy theory twist on it, and I want you to land your plane.
Okay.
If this is all coordinated, 4/7's going into office, that old racist gangster Biden, he's going out. What does it mean for civilians? What does it mean? Does it mean that we lose more of our privacy? I mean, already, you call a bank, you have to jump through hula hoops of fire. You call a goddamn credit company, they talk, they have to read a script to you first. You can't even, interrupt them until they're finished. Everything we do is monitored and or controlled. You go to Walmart, you're being videotaped at the checkout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. They've even now got Walmart employees wearing body cams. You know this?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
nope.
yeah.
I haven't heard about
the
that.
hater misses nothing. So what does this mean? This tragedy now in New Orleans. What does this mean for the rest of us? What are we gonna give up and forfeit, and by way of privacy?
I think what you're you know, speaking about is very true. I think that there's going to be a lot of tightening the bootstraps up. There's going to be a lot of, you know, cracking the whip, the proverbial whip. And I think this message was because, you know, Trump was like, you know, he wants to send some people back and he wants to drain the swamp is what he's saying. And so, you know, some people might be a little like shooken up. And so they're sending a message like, hey, we're not going anywhere. And, you know, I think it's just going to be a little, there's going to be a strain on certain groups of people.
Can I ask, how old are you?
I'm 48.
Okay. What do you think about mandatory chips and babies?
I'm not with that.
Of course you're not.
But,
you're 48. I'm 60. Of course we're not. But just like the guy who I was speaking to earlier, he's got a vast knowledge of this type of stuff, Jeffrey. You know, but the average 20-year-old now, they would be with it. It's so convenient now. Okay, you want to put a chip in my toddler's calf. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna get a tax break. Okay, what do you think about that? If we're talking next level, giving up privacy. Just entertain me for a second.
Bizarro. It's bizarro world.
And babies.
It's bizarro world.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of, especially younger people. You know, they want everything all at once. It's a microwave, like people have been saying. It's a microwave era. So they want fast conveniency. So to avoid all that, yeah, sure. You know, they already went through that with this so-called pandemic. So.
I didn't mean to weird you out, but I thank you for your donation. You have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Salute.
Bye now. Okay.
Peace.
Is that too weird, guys? Chips and babies? I should have asked Jeffrey about that. Janet, are you calling in, Janet? If not, I appreciate you just the same. Peace, Rakim. Pardon my last donation. It was a typo. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Guys, can I go left for a second? I'm embarrassed to even put this on the table. Just sit tight on the phones. I'm going to edit this part out. I saw a video. Well, I was scrolling through YouTube earlier, and I saw a thumbnail that said, Mendices marries Erica. Now, I'm too old to be, interested in that type of mess and tea, but Mendices, troll babies, we used to call him Man Disease, right? Before he went to prison. No disrespect to the guy. He's one of them Harlem niggas, Let me just look in the live chat real quick, right? Okay, people are saying, who? Yes, just give me a second. Mendices. How long did he do in prison? And Yandy held him down with her sexy ass. So I called someone, I'm not going to say who should know. And she said, I don't know. Did Mendices marry Erica? Okay, most of you guys are saying, who are you talking about? Love and Hip Hop. Yandy. This is a Harlem, New York thing. Mendices somehow wound up on Club Shay Shay. But before Shannon Sharp really popped off. I pay attention to all the bullshit. But anyway, the reason why I'm asking this is because I said, Mendices? He married somebody else after Yandy held him down all those years? No? Okay. All right. I'll do the research on my own. I was really thrown for a loop. But if it's not true, don't worry about it. Somebody was on hold for a while. Hold on a second. Area code 484. Thank you for your patience. Good evening. Please watch the language. Are you there? 484. It's Thursday.
Peace, Star. What's up? I'm here.
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening.
I'm good. How you feeling?
Good. We're talking about the tragedy in New Orleans. The alleged, terrorist, loser. Any thoughts? Anything that we can bring to the table?
No, I'm not too much up to speed on that, but I was talking to my homeboy today. To bring conspiracy theory into it.
Okay.
He was saying something about some barriers being removed a couple days before. It's like they for cars never were ever able to go down that way, and all of a sudden the barriers are gone, and then this guy go down there and splatter some people.
Do you have a source?
I don't know.
Do you have a source, or you're going by what you heard? And if that's what you heard, that's fine. Yeah, that struck me as a little bit odd that he was even able to get down there.
Right, there was supposed to be some barriers that were removed.
Yeah, I saw a video. Stay with me. Of what appeared to be a mobile phone following that white truck. I'm literally watching a video of someone who filmed that white truck right before it made the turn. So who would film that white truck, and who would know what that truck was getting ready to do? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. It smelled like a rat.
Well, I don't know about a rat. It struck me as odd that the video that I watched, maybe 50 yards back, was on this white. Let me look in the live chat a second. Was on the white truck. Okay, someone says security cam. Okay, but why was the security cam following the white truck? That's my question. Go ahead. So you were saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like something was going on. It could be a conspiracy.
Yeah,
I believe in. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's something's fishy.
Okay, what state are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pennsylvania right now.
Okay. So with regards to the tragedy, anything that is going to make you move different in society, because, people can catch it, man, any way, shape, or form. Sadly, now it's I
live in Pennsylvania right now, but I'm from Brooklyn, man. So I'm always on point.
Oh, okay.
I'm always on point.
You're in the Poconos, yeah?
Close.
Tannersville, Bartonsville, where are you, sir?
Allentown.
Okay, no, you're not close to the Poconos. You're way out there. Allentown, that's not.
No, the Poconos is about 20 minutes, about 25 minutes on 33.
40 minutes, sir. 40 minutes from Allentown. But now, how did you wind up out there? Did you run, or you went out there and got yourself a little Latina mommy? How'd you get out there?
I was doing the wrong thing. I was doing the wrong thing. Now I created a little family.
Okay.
Now I'm on the right path.
Salute.
Now I'm doing the right thing.
Salute to you. Now, did you buy a home or you're renting? Because Allentown, it's a shithole for the most part. Right?
No, well, I'm married. We renting, but
you're renting.
We looking.
Okay. Listen, man. I mean, no disrespect, man. Get your weight up, save your money, and move to Bucks County. If you got a wife and a family, you know what Bucks County is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We looking in Delaware. Honestly.
Yeah. Get out of Allentown. Yeah, those Hispanics run that place. You speak Spanish or Spanglish?
No, absolutely. No.
Yeah.
I don't.
You got to get out of there. Okay. Good to talk to you, man. Thank you.
Hold on. I sent you an email.
Okay. About what, sir? About what?
About a little event I'm putting together about some promotion. I sent you a donation yesterday, and I sent you a little something today.
Who's the email from, sir? I'll look for it right now.
Derek Fagan is from.
Okay. Can you resend it? I'm here right now. My alleged daughter, maybe she got it. You want some promotion?
Yeah, I got a little event I'm promoting. I work with a couple. Like I said, I'm in Allentown, man. We do the little party scene. Okay. I work with a couple people. I know you don't like to do shout-outs.
Did she respond? Did she respond?
To you, someone responded to the donation that I sent. Sent a little champagne bottle.
Okay, well that was me. I was hitting the reply. All right, resend the email now. I'm here right now. I'll save it and we'll hit you tomorrow for sure. I appreciate you, man. Send it again.
All right, salute.
Yes, sir. Respect. Thank you. Okay. All right, everybody, hold on a second. Allentown. I had some fire coochie out there, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's yeah, this is so long ago. Hey, Melody, I got your donation. Thank you, darling. Okay, well, listen, you can call in, baby, if you have issues with me, as long as you address the topic. All right, I ain't running. Wait a minute, somebody else tapping in from Nolans? Area code 504, are you there?
Yeah.
Thursday evening?
Thank you.
Yes, no, maybe? 504. Are you there? No? Okay, they dropped out. Wait a minute. Is that Janet tapping in? Area code 973? Janet.
Hey, Star, how are you?
How are you? You sent me a couple of emails. I've been swamped. I told you why I'm swamped, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But good to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
Where do you want to start? What's cracking, Janet?
Well, I'm glad to see that, you're hanging in there. And I would like to say we're not talking about the drones anymore, huh?
Well, what do you want to say that we haven't already gone over? I mean, it's we did all sorts of cross-referencing and stuff like that, but right now the tragedy in New Orleans is it's fresh. Something about the drones you want to mention? I'll go back for you.
No,
what about the drones? What about
it? I'm just saying the story changed real quick. Two military guys from the same base commit almost the same crime with cars, and then all of a sudden nobody's talking about the drones anymore. Like it just disappeared, or this fog that's hanging over everybody, and this sickness that everybody is getting, these viruses and stuff. No one's talking about that, but we're talking about these two military guys, right? One that had a cyber truck.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in? That's a very old perspective, respectfully, to say nobody's talking about that. We have content creators, social engineers. Somebody's talking about the drones. They most certainly are. Everybody's not talking about the terrorist attack, but those people are out there. Maybe the dominant trending push is not the drones, but tell us what you think with regards to the drones and the news stories. I got time.
Well, I'm considering the fact that we had a lot of strange things going on. It's a lot of viruses and illnesses floating around. Nobody know what it is. They just throwing up names in the air and saying, "Hey, catch one and claim one." Then we got these drones that we have seen multiple. Well, I have seen them here in New Jersey flying around. We got all this fog all of a sudden, like we're living in the valley in California. And then you have all these people. Yeah,
is that you coughing?
Going on.
Janet, is that you coughing?
Yeah, I'm okay. And then you got all these people throwing people on trains, setting people on fire, running people over. There's a lot happening right now. It's a lot happening right now that's out of the ordinary. There are oddities that are, it's like we used to have tragics and they used to be like, sporadic or whatever, but now it seems like it's the norm. And my question is, why is it the norm now?
Well,
every day there was a shooting the other day in a school. Every day we're having these things.
Can I respond?
What's going on?
Can I respond?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are a person who subscribes to the theory of God, right?
I'm sorry?
You subscribe to the theory of God? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What does the good book say about these times? It clearly lays it out.
Well, I think, the Bible, I don't think it ever mentioned Armageddon. I thought that was written by an author somewhere, but the Revelations does say something's going to happen. But it's the oddity of it all. And, and
I'll take mysticism out. I'll take mysticism out. But even in, my assessment of things, I would say it's time for a reset, if you will. What do you think? A reset?
It seems like that's happening.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a conversion of realities.
A reset.
It seems like it's
called a reset.
Yeah, right. That's what I think is happening.
Okay.
And I know it sounds crazy, but the oddities and the things that are happening that used to be like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 1,000,000 or something like that are happening, and they're happening quickly. And the response and the turnover is too quick. And it's like we're getting ready. We're having a conversion of realities, like the Mandela effect that was been going on and people was talking about for years. I think that's a real thing. I think it's a conversion of realities, and that we are in a program simulation, and that those that know.
Wait a minute. Now you're talking like Big Elvis the chef. You just said we are in a simulation, a program, computer program.
Yeah, that's what it feel like. So I feel like feel like the programmers
Does
went
it
on.
feel like that, or are you saying that's what it is? Come on now. If you're saying that, stand on it. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is it feels like someone is changing the program, and we are being recoded or hard reset, because things that like, it's like, you know how people have that deja vu feeling, and that deja vu feeling is it's for real. You know, something is going on. It's a conversion of realities, and the fact that we can have 15 people killed one day, and the next day turn around and have a big Super Bowl thing, a big Sugar Bowl thing. I'm sorry, not Super Bowl, but Sugar Bowl football game. How quick 15 people have we become that numb to the human condition has become that numb to death that we could turn around and have a party on a grave?
Can I jump in?
Yes.
Would you welcome a reset? You see, that's the question. You know, where we're headed, you know, people have different, you know, ideas, thoughts, but would you welcome a reset? Is it needed?
Yes, it's needed, but my whole thing is, what is the price of the reset? What is the price of the reset?
A beautiful purge.
You know?
A beautiful purge. I look forward to a purge. I'm dead ass.
Yeah, but you know what?
Dead ass.
You know what?
I'm 60. I got all this goddamn ammunition. I would love to open up the front door and just get the bucket. I would love that. Come on, Janet. Let's go there. Stop playing. And why are you coughing? What's going on with you? Why do you keep coughing? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I tried to give me some ampicillin or whatever that is today off the online doctor. They wouldn't send me that.
Is that the Moderna shot catching up to you? You took the Moderna, right?
No, I had the Johnson shot a long time ago, see, because I'm black, you know. So anyway, yeah, it felt like a hard reset, but the problem is who pushing the reset button. See, that's
what do you say?
That's where the problem lies.
You said who?
I say who is pushing the reset button.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's pushing it. Are you ready? Do you welcome a reset? I do. On some real shit.
No, it all depends on who pushes that button. And and it's just my opinion, but I think that Elon Musk came from the Bible. I think he's the Antichrist. That's my opinion only. And I think some stuff's getting ready to go down.
Okay. I've already said that Mark Zuckerberg, that's Damien from The Omen. Mark Zuckerberg, he's Antichrist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think Elon Musk, I think that's a very dangerous man.
Okay.
And I think something's getting ready to happen globally. And I think we better be very, very careful of who we make our heroes. Because something is happening.
Jen, before you go, I don't have all the information, but Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, filed a new motion, and the judge is allowing him to file a motion to dismiss based upon the Child Victims Act. The alleged victim has filed her claim with regards to her civil suit outside of the window. And the description of the White House doesn't seem to be anywhere within 20 minutes or so from the the VMA Awards? I'm forgetting. VMA Awards.
Mm-hmm.
This may be dismissed by way of summary judgment, or this person may have to refile in the state of New Jersey. What are your thoughts? Anything?
Well, here's the thing. As I told you, previously,
I don't remember.
that I went through all the
remember.
Okay, so I went through all the VMAs and research. They do separate parties for the last 3 years.
Okay.
New Jersey also has the Child Victim Act, and it's more extensive than New York, but she has to prove that it happened in New Jersey. I believe, I don't know if something happened to this young lady. Something happened. She just didn't pull it out of the air. Something happened, but I think she got some things mixed up, and I think that we was too quick to go and hang Jay-Z. I'm not saying that Jay-Z is an innocent man, but what I'm saying in this particular case, I believe
he has
he's
not been
innocent.
convicted, he's innocent. We can't just assume
Right. I'm
guilty.
talking about by popular opinion. As people are talking about on. By public opinion, as everyone is online playing detectives and crucify, we're so quick to crucify someone without all.
Hold on, Janet. Before you go, what do you think about the possibilities that this woman, 38 years of age, they're saying she's autistic? What do you think about the possibilities that she, imagined the story by way of programming? She's been absorbing too much news, and sometimes when a person thinks something, they tend to then believe it. You ever heard what is that old saying about people who believe their own lies? Sometimes they tell somebody lies, they believe their own lies. What do you think about the possibility that she imagined this? I'm not calling her a liar, but she is autistic. What do you think about the possibility that she imagined, fantasized, if you will, about Jay-Z and Diddy, double penetrating her?
Well, autistic wouldn't put their imagination. That would be a schizophrenia or something of that sort.
Okay.
I believe I believe all of us are autistic on one level. We all are on the spectrum one way or the other, whether we high functioning or not. Okay. But I believe in the thing that you're talking about. There was something back in the 80s when parents used to when the kids would go to the school psychiatrist and to convince kids that they were, messed with when they were younger, when they weren't, because it was indoctrinated. And then so we had all them big cases and stuff. And then it whitewashed what was really happening, like with the Catholic Church and stuff. And muddy.
They didn't have that in my schools. If they thought you were crazy, then they sent you to another school. But listen, Jenna, I got to go. I'm gonna let you go take care of that.
Okay.
Go take care of that cough. It sounds serious. Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye. Good night. Night.
Okay. Everybody, hold on a second. Area code 718. Good evening. Please watch the language. 718. Are you there? Good evening. We're talking about two topics. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing, Star?
I'm good, sir. How about yourself?
Doing great, man. I'm doing great. We made it, new year, 2025,
Okay. Where do you want to start, sir?
The truck in New Orleans, man. That's crazy, man. That's really crazy, man. I think we're going to see a lot more of that. And that, with this new, President 47 taking it in, I think I've been hearing they're calling this a snake, the year of the snake. Last time I heard that, the 9/11 went down and all of that. So, there's a lot of conversations behind closed doors.
Okay.
I suggest people, stay with their eyes open. I don't think it's time to be out there celebrating anything in big groups. You know what I mean? You got to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? It's a lot of bad intentions out there, and it's a new year, man. There's a lot of opportunity out here. Not just to get caught up with all this Matrix type deal. You feel me?
Okay. I'm listening.
You want to hear some crazy? I think it's.
I need you to watch the language. Sounds like you're getting ready to.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. My man. I'm so sorry.
Watch the language.
I think. I also think that is. I think it's deep state full effect, man. You know what I mean? It's
That's crazy.
Well, where are you calling from, sir? You're not really saying anything respectfully. You're just broad stroking. Where are you calling from?
I'm in New York.
Okay, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just setting up and down in front of the computer right now. I'm in New York right now, but
Okay.
it's just we gotta be careful.
Any theories with regards to the tragedy in New Orleans? Some type of government, play?
Possible.
What do you think?
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. Most definitely. I mean, they're not happy, man. The way.
How could it affect you if it is such a thing? The government play. Are you someone that needs to be monitored? Are you hiding? The government?
No,
play?
not at all. Not at all. No. I'm a working guy. I don't got nothing to hide. None of that. You know what I mean? I work for myself.
Okay.
I do good for myself. I don't really, punch in nowhere. I'm not a 9-to-5 guy, but
do you live in an apartment? If I had to guess, apartment.
No. I have property. Okay. I got my own house.
Perfect. Can I
own
ask?
My own things.
Can I ask? Are you concerned about porch pirates? I want to throw you a curveball. I want to get a little spooky here. Porch pirates.
We all worry. For those that have network, you got to take care of what you got.
No, sir. Are you worried about porch pirates? Do you even know what I'm talking about? Porch pirates? You have experienced that? You said you live in a home. Porch pirates. You know what I'm talking about with UPS, FedEx, when they deliver something, Amazon, people are stealing packages. Porch pirates.
Oh no. I live in a high class neighborhood. Which is the type of neighborhood that gets clocked by that type of behavior.
Yeah,
but no,
I was about to say, sir, porch pirates are everywhere. You're not not in some place unless you're in a gated community. You in a gated community?
Yeah.
You're a liar.
No, not at all, son. Come on, we've spoken before.
That's right. I don't remember. I have
I know, but I'm just letting you know.
Prosopagnosia. So if you were standing in front of me, I wouldn't know who you are. But okay, go ahead and land your plane, man. I appreciate the call. Land your plane, okay.
No, it's just simple, my man. You're the kid, man. I'm glad you're keeping up with all this talking, and I support you, my man.
Thank you, man.
You're the kid, my man. Have a great night, bro.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Let me look in the live chat. I got another theory I want to throw at you guys. Somebody calling me out on prosopagnosia. Yeah, prosopagnosia it means you don't remember faces. Brad Pitt and I share that. I don't remember these niggas. I don't want to remember these people. Porch pirates. Is that a thing? Or is that a way to scare us into accepting drones on our property? Jeffrey, are you out there, sir? Do you want to call back and talk about drones? Let me look in the live chat real quick. Drones. Now, to see the propaganda of the porch pirates stealing packages from people, waiting until a Amazon or FedEx or UPS driver brings the package to the property, and then they're fighting over the package. That could be trying to scare us into, it would be safer if you just let the drone come in your backyard. What do you think, guys? Does that sound crazy? People would go for that. Oh my God. Oh, so that's so much better. You can just have the drone bring it in the backyard. Now, do you know what those drones can do? They can literally look through your goddamn walls. That technology has been out for over 25, 30 years. To be able to see through brick walls. So a drone looking through your goddamn roof with plywood, and Tyvek around the goddamn paneling is nothing. Cryptic got your donation. Star, you are a legend. from a long-time hater. Thank you, sir. I don't know where I'm going. I just want to put that out there. Area code 314. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Please watch the language. Are you there? 314.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Yeah. How you doing, Star? I'm here, man.
Who are you, sir? Who are you?
Yo, what's good? I'm a long-time listener, man. My name's Carter. How you doing?
Good, sir. Where do you want to start? We're talking about the tragedy in New Orleans. You have to speak.
Yeah, I just want to say to everyone.
So you're on some type of headset, and never mind what you want to say to everyone. The topic. You addressing the topic? No, he's
of course, the topic.
Thank you, sir. You're talking to me from a speakerphone, man. I don't talk to nobody on a speakerphone. What the fuck? Area code 760. Sit tight. I'll be right with you. Let me look at my notes to see if I didn't cover some of the things I needed to. Guys, once again, today's show has been sponsored by a new book, The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching. I highly, highly recommend you purchase this book. If you do, send me a screenshot. I'll give you a $100 discount on anything you want to do on the show here by way of promotion. This is very, very important. Let me get it on the screen. The author is going to call in next week. He and I had a very, very detailed conversation with regards to his book, what he has gone through. He's a songwriter, and I think it's very, very important for anybody who, especially if you're a songwriter. Some of you are, you have a body of work, not just one or two compositions, and you may be in seek of, I don't know, a production deal or something with regards to music publishing. This is the guy to talk to. The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching. Again, it's in my community section. He can help you with all sorts of things pertaining to arbitration, litigation, how and why a corporation may take something that you created, modify it, and not necessarily give you credit or payment. And he shows you, he walks you through the process of reclaiming what you created. This is very important, especially if you are someone who's creative and you can do jingles. Anybody know what jingles are? Is that still a thing or no? Jingles. Hey, Mary, I got your donation. Mary says, hey, love, new here. Thank you so much. Jingles used to be a really, really good way for someone or anyone to get into the music business. Luther Vandross used to create jingles. One of my favorite artists, you're gonna laugh, Barry Manilow used to write jingles before he became the huge success that he did. And when we used to go see Barry Manilow in concert, he would save a whole a whole area during the show where he would just take a break from his songs and play the jingles. It's crazy. Anyway, there's the information. Desmond Fox, salute, sir. I see you. Okay, good to see you in that live chat. Let me go to area code 760. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? Are you ready? 760.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
No, I cannot hear you. Do you want to call back another time? We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Hello?
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Okay, he'll figure it out. Area code 347. Good evening. Are you there? Late night. 347. Yes, no, maybe.
What's up? Yeah, what's up, Star? How you doing tonight?
How are you, Chef's cracking?
I'm well, man. Okay. I was just thinking about how it's funny how they talking about immigration and all of this and then that.
Well, sir, I'm not talking about immigration. I'm talking about
I'm saying,
New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying all of that, the New Orleans stuff, and the whole.
Sir, please watch the language. You're selling someone who uses excessive profanity. Respectfully, please watch the language.
I didn't say one curse. But I appreciate you. I was just trying to say that. It just,
I'm profiling you, sir. I'm profiling you. Please watch the language. Now, sir, let's get on topic. New Orleans, tragedy. All right, condolences to the families. Let's start there. Okay, the man who did this deed, he's now deceased. Do you think that he was motivated by his two wives? What are your thoughts?
I think misery loves company. So, I mean, if you're gonna go out, some people want to take other people with them. I think it's a schizophrenic type of behavior that he probably exhibited. That most definitely. I would like to see if his brain is salvageable, so you could probably do some scans on it like they do with football players, see if there's some damage there.
You said schizophrenic behavior, is what you said?
Yeah, it seems like that. Yeah, that's definitely. Schizophrenic is somebody, like you see it in New York all the time when people throw people on the train.
Do you have a degree in that type of background or certificate? How would you know what schizophrenic behavior is?
My sister does. She talks about it. So you just pick up her stuff. If you have, crazy thing. If you ever read Catcher in the Rye, it was a book about it.
That's an old book, so it's a very old book. Catcher in the Rye. Yes.
Yeah, it used to be. It used to be.
You read it?
Mandatory to read.
You read it? You read it?
Mandatory to read. Yeah, I had to in high school. Okay. They used to force you to. It was part of the syllabus. That, Lord of the Flies, all of those kind of books. What was that? The one with the pigs and all of the animal.
What year did you read that book, Catcher in the Rye? And how did you how'd you feel about the homosexual things that went on in that book?
Yeah, it wasn't even that. What caught me was the fact that he always contradicted himself in every single paragraph. So when you read it as a high school student, you're like, yo, this is what does this dude on it? I remember back in the day,
what year did you read it, sir? Sir. What year did you read Catcher in the Rye?
1990, I think 1998.
Okay.
Sophomore year, junior year, high school. Okay. That's usually when they gave you that book. That Homer's Odyssey about Oedipus and all of that. Those were like the first signs of like dealing with social kind of like people dealing with social constructs that are adverse to their mental health and all of that.
Why would they push that book on? Hang on a second. You went to New York public schools? Public schools?
No. I actually went to New York Catholic school.
Okay. Why would they push that book on people from your generation? You said 98, what'd you say?
Yeah, 98. Do
you know when that book came out?
I'm actually not sure. It's been such a long time.
50s.
Do you remember?
I read it, sir. Yeah. 50s. Catcher in the Rye. Yeah.
Wow.
Just asking why they would still be pumping that into the minds of people.
I don't think they are. I think it's off the syllabus. That's one of the books that people want to kind of ban in certain places. You know what I mean? People talk about the DI, diversity kind of classes when they're talking about, race and all of that. But that book right there was one of the books that you would read to kind of identify as a teenager if you were on a scale of bugging out. You got all these emotions and hormones going through you. And you will read that book.
Propaganda, sir, that should not be continued to be pushed on Black and Hispanic men. That's my point. But anyway, listen, man, can you land your plane? Are you up to speed on Diddy, the documentary coming out? Anything like that?
Nah, didn't watch that, man. I was waiting. I just wanted to say to you, man, when you gonna have a sports show? I don't think you had it in a while. Knicks is doing pretty well, man.
Sports?
Yeah. You once in a blue, you kind of throw.
I talk about sports from time to time, but if you're looking for a really, really good sports show, check out Cameron and Mace, the best in the game right now. Cameron and Mace.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I got you, Star. Yeah.
Salute.
Have a good one, though.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you.
Salute.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, for sure.